Samoei Ruto must, as a matter of urgency, fire all the security advisors around him, because that team is not very honest with him. I am saying this because of what happened today. 56 students leaders, members of KUSA from different factions or from different universities, converged in a city hotel, and they actually gave a presser talking about the mass action, and of course they were also talking about the issues of health. Immediately they finished addressing the media, some security officers came in, caused some commotion, arrested them, and then they were locked up in Central Police Station. But by evening, I have confirmed by a member there, Tabitha, that they've been released on police bond today, the Saturday. So when I saw that arrest, I knew maybe they were going to be locked up. But I said, I want to say that it is, I think William Ruto needs to bring one man. There is one honest man, Natembeya. Natembeya once said that Mtukufu Rais, when you're seated and you're looking in front, people around you normally try to block what's happening behind. That is the scenario. People are blocking what's happening behind. And when I saw that news, I said that hapa, Ruto has stepped into a live wire. Because, the youth are feeling the pinch of the whole thing. If people are talking about the cost of living, students that are in campuses are struggling most. And let me tell you, people, the students are not working. There are no hostels spaces, there are not enough. So they're staying outside residential spaces where they are renting just like other working Kenyans. They're depending on help, probably to have a budget, and for the comrades also to enjoy, if you allow me to say that. But here's a situation where students who are not working, they are not getting that help loan. Someone was even saying they cannot even win bets for those who are gambling. And they are facing it tough when the price of goods are high. So leave alone even the fee increment, just the cost of surviving. The cost of surviving in school is a big challenge. And I said that the call for those students today who are talking about the issues of help were very really key. But of course, it came by coincidence that by that time, the discussion of the mass action was actually going on. This group, and if there is a group that UDA must be very careful with, is the youth. The youth feel shortchanged. You do, Kweli. They were promised everything and nothing so far has been delivered. I'm not seeing signs of any coming to fruition anytime soon. So that group, we must be very careful so that we don't antagonize them. We must be very careful with that group. But then, how do you arrest 56 people? From when did associating and meeting, calling a press conference become an offense? They're saying that it was an unlawful meeting that was talking about planning about Azimio's mass action. But the mass action itself has been given out by the same police. Raila Odinga is saying that they have applied for permission, they have been allowed, and Raila Odinga and the team have been talking to the public about it. They have also been holding their own meetings. I don't think the student leaders are the ones that are calling mass action. No. The people that are calling mass action is Azimio's top leadership. So if they're meeting and they're calling out on students, they're not even the first people that are talking to those students. The students have also been consuming what Raila Odinga is saying. It's just now trying to add a voice into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask these 4 questions in relation to that act of arresting the student leaders. I want to look at that. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. What is the problem by a caucus coming out to say we support the mass action? There are 9 members, former, I don't know the former, 9 rebel ODM MPs, now there are 7, the number is going down, that met and gave a press briefing yesterday that they don't support mass action and they will not go, and they don't want their constituents to go. There are also other members, members of the clergy that has come out and said they support the mass action. There have been different factions. So what made that one for students be illegal? Now, those who are commenting about the mass action and are issuing press briefing on the same, those who are opposing are conducting illegal meetings. But those who are opposing are conducting legal meetings. But those who are pro mass action are conducting illegal meetings. And okay, I know that sometimes things are just being done, and it's for the sake of also need to charge people, take people to court, get police bond, get this money here and there. But it doesn't sink on the way that was done. It looks like selective application of the law. Number 2, the other question is this. There have been kamata, arrest this, arrest that, and it amounts some sort of intimidation to suppress. If you are to oppress, if you are to go the arrest route, do you think we have the capacity to lock up all protesters? Do we have that capacity? We don't have that capacity. That's the point. We cannot accommodate. I think if we want to solve, and I say that those who are strategizing against mass action, every action must be led by intelligence, not just doing things physically, trying to block people, physically trying to do that. You must be led by the intelligence. If I do this, what's going to happen? And I'm just asking a simple question. Imagine you arrest them, then the students back in the campus start protesting. And now protesting, not even now on the mass action, protesting about their release. Look at that. Yourself, you shall have charged the masses. So that is what I'm saying. Those who are advising William Ruto, there's some things I know. I once spoke with someone, a police officer, who told me some time back that, and may his soul rest in peace, he told me that, Kevin, sometimes things can be done by junior people here without even president knowing. Because there are people who want to, and when it is stressed, they will realize it is so-and-so who did it. But then you will win your favors in the big table, in the high table. So those who do, some things are just being done in the guise of thinking I'm making the president happy. That is the same thing like what I normally see leaders, some bloggers now, those who now are attacking Raila, going to abuse Raila, insult Raila, attack Raila in the guise of now they're going to get attention. But then, that is normally not it. So, it's disadvantage that the university leadership that we have now is not as that of the days of Babu Owino, the David Osia. It's not as those days of the James Orengos, when the James Orengo was the Senate chair. So it has a bit evolved. But were it those days, and I'm saying this, Kamata, I think even when Matiang'i was in charge of internal security by then, under former President Uhuru Kenyatta, there was Kamata, but not those small fishes. Don't arrest the small fish, don't arrest the big boys. Arrest the Wajakoyas, the Matakaruas, the Railas. It shows a rudimentary way of dealing with things. In fact, I want to agree with those who say it's Nyayo way. It is now when you read more days, when you read stories of students leaders who are being arrested. And by the way, students leaders were part of the struggle. Yes, especially the University of Nairobi, they were really part and parcel of the struggle. So you are really charging that group and you're giving them a ground to emerge. Now, these students are talking about the help as a concern. The help has been a concern. They have not been receiving that money. So far from it, maybe not mass action, they're talking about the help. Is it wrong? Address it. And now that you arrest those who are talking about it, those who remain back in school can actually see as if you don't just want to address the question. So, is escalating the discussion. I think ill-advised. And that's why I believe Ruto needs to think. Look around. Do these people really mean well for you? Or they're just here to collect their pennies for the day and lie to you the whole day? Because it was a wrong decision to arrest. In fact, there was no reason of arresting those young people. There was absolutely no reason. They're making a press, and after that, what they're saying is not new. They're the ones that are calling for mass action. It's not. But maybe it was to create fear amongst the university students there that no, you can also be arrested here and there. If your leaders are arrested, but they were forced to be released very fast. Simply because of what I'm saying here, there was no charge sheet. You could not process them. And imagine you then try to process them probably on a Monday. The whole university will actually be around town to protest about the arrest. And at the end of the day, I think we are handling things casually. In terms of handling, we are a bit casual. We need to rethink the strategies. That's my take.